Lots of people have wondered whether animals live on after death, even when they accept that human beings do. And in some religious belief systems, they say that animals don't have souls or spirits, which is nonsense, as we understand as spiritualists, that everything has a spirit within because it was made by the Great Spirit and we are all part of that Great Spirit. All right, as individual entities, consciousnesses, but with personalities and so on. But it doesn't mean that animals don't have them either. That's very arrogant. And I was moved by a message that I received from a friend who lost their much loved dog on February the 8th, a couple of years ago, and has now got another dog, and who is apparently exhibiting little signs that their first dog is actually so close as to overshadow the animal and make sounds and move about just like he used to. This is an amazing thing. It's one of those sort of signs that I always tell people to look out for, because when our loved ones come close to us, they can show us in different ways, and one of the ways in which they can make their presence known is by sort of prompting another to behave in a way in which they definitely would have, that could be identified. And animals, it seems even more so, can do this because they do not have the power of speech. They can't say, hello, how are you, this is me. So they actually imitate even more fully the way they were when they were in the physical life with somebody or another animal that they are close to and are able to pass those characteristics on to, so that the owner, the human companion, can recognise them. So I think that's wonderful. Now, the main thing about this is that you need to open your mind to such things, not to close it off and say, oh, that can't be true, that's rubbish, but actually to open your mind to these contacts. And in order to do that, I always recommend periods of meditation, guided meditations, spiritualist meditations, not the sort where you put everything out of your mind and watch a word float past and then dismiss it, the modern mindfulness thing, but the ancient tradition that is still holds good, where you sit in the quiet and allow your consciousness to rise above the everyday and go on a kind of trip to those outer reaches of the spiritual world, where you are actually more likely to meet those loved ones that have gone before, including your animals, which is a wonderful experience. So if you're wondering how to do that, it's quite simple. You just need somewhere quiet, of course, for about 10-15 minutes, and perhaps enjoy a guided meditation. I have CDs that you can actually download for a few pence, I think, or if not nothing, on these apps from Iconoclast, guided meditations. And there are also guided meditations on my other videos and so on that I've made over time. So if you go to YouTube, for instance, you can put in Gibb-de and meditation, and you should get quite a few. And of course, that's all